Lance helped me carry the sheets to the music room, and the class continued. Phew.
This was composed in 1956, but it didn't receive much attention then.
Yuri continued the class seriously. Thanks to his serious attitude, the students listened carefully. They soon stopped paying attention to me. Phew. But they'll call me a maid for some time now. I listened to the class feeling gloomy. I couldn't really focus on the lecture. So I went to sleep. Even after the class, Yuri didn't say anything much. Besides, other kids were still focusing on me. So I had to stop myself from asking about the hairpin. I should ask him when I get home. I guess. Well, I'm home. Today's dinner is ramen. I do like freshly made rice, but you just need to eat hot, spicy ramen noodles on some days. I used to only eat ramen for a while when Grandpa died. I've gotten so used to Tay and Yano's cooking that eating ramen felt so new. Does it taste good? I asked nervously. I've never cooked ramen for a lot of people before, so I was worried if I put too much water. It's good, Master. Really? Thank God. This is really good. I want to eat this every day. I'm so happy. Yano and Red emptied their bowls quickly. Yay! Oh, brother.
I refuse to eat food tainted with artificial flavors, regardless of how good it is.
That's still kind of a backhanded compliment, though. Lance is right. It's okay to eat it sometimes, but it's not good for you to eat it every day. It's not a well-balanced meal. Okay, balance schmalance. It's delicious. Whatever. As long as it's good, it's fine. I can't think about all that. Red, you get it.
Actually, I guess you won't get any smarter now just by eating healthy meals, so I will not care.
That's an insult, right? Right? Starting again. The ramen's getting cold. Hurry and eat. Lance and Red stopped bickering at what I said. While everyone sat and ate together, I noticed an empty seat. I looked at the empty chair. Yano noticed my gaze and talked to me. Yuri is late today again, too? I don't know. He didn't say anything. He's probably harassing girls somewhere. Harassing girls? Yano stopped eating and flinched. That's what he does. Whenever he says something, girls start shrieking and twisting their bodies. I think he uses a powerful curse or black magic, Red said seriously. Well, girls do act like that around Yuri. But that's not black magic, Red. Besides, girls act like that around you too. He'll come in later. It's not just today that he's late. But he's definitely been coming home later these days. He looked a bit tired at class today. I hope he comes early to rest. Huh? Yuri was tired. Isn't he always energetic? Well, sometimes. I know. We had music class today and he looked really tired for some reason. He even forgot to bring the music sheets. Come to think of it, he did seem a bit weak this morning. He also looked like he had something to say. Did he leave the music sheets because he was tired, as Yano said? Oh, that reminds me. I'm glad Master didn't have to carry them. They were really heavy. Huh? Oh, yeah, thanks. Carry what? Heavy? The heroine almost carried it? Oh yeah, she almost did.
Will you be fine like this?
Lance calmly asked me. His blue eyes sank as he looked at me. But what?
About your nickname. Sometimes it's best to stay still if you wish to keep it down, but there's a way to avoid it when it gets too tough. Like today. You did not have to admit to being a maid yourself. Volunteering to do all the dirty work is what a true maid does.
I lost words at what Lance said. I was upset about it already, but Lance pricked the exact spot. Dirty work? What do you mean? Oh. I let out a small sigh. I didn't want to think about it. Heroine, what happened today? Commander, the heroine seems to be in trouble. Shouldn't we do something? Tay didn't say anything and just looked at me. He then lowered his head, and he started to blame himself. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have called you a maid in the first place. There must have been a better way. I'm sorry for saying that. Oh no, if you didn't step up, something worse would have happened, I said sincerely. Tay raised his head a bit. He still seemed to feel bad. If Tay hadn't made that excuse, I really would have been in big trouble. Honestly, if I think about it, this is all Yuri's fault for making me suddenly get out of the car. Thanks for worrying, but I'm really fine. Honestly, it's a lie to say I feel 100% fine, but I understand why the girls are jealous. I felt better to see everyone worry for me. And since I have Soy and Shimby to take my side as well, I'm okay. Besides, I have more things that make me happy than little things that bother me. I now have a family with whom I can ride the limo and go to school comfortably, and I get to eat dinner with them like this when I come home. So I can handle all that nonsense. There are definitely more people who are against me now, but nothing's really uncomfortable. You guys don't have to be so sensitive about it. Well, if you say so. But you have to tell us if something happens, okay? Okay. I nod again, and I focus on eating. The ramen noodles got cold already. Everyone's worrying about me. The ramen is cold, but my heart is warm. Yuri seems to be sorry too. So let's just let this go. I remembered the hairpin I got from Yuri and thought... Or I thought that previous thought... The night got late. I open the diary I write in every day. Every time I fill a page, I feel so proud. Grandpa always said that a diary is a place where you store your memories. And he also said that those memories become what's truly valued in life. Oh, I'm out of ink. Let's see. Where's my new pen? Ah! Something fell from my bag. I picked up the light object. It was the hairpin Mr. Eugen gave me. To be more exact, it was the hairpin Mr. Eugen was asked to give me. The crystals on the pin sparkled. I ended up not asking Yuri about it, so I don't know why he gave this to me. Should I still try it? Looking at the mirror, I put the pin on my hair. It sparkled in my hair. Come to think of it, I didn't even say thanks. Oh, is that what she's got in her hair right now? Oh, it's so cute! Oh, it's so dainty and cute. I heard a knock at the door. Huh? Who is it this late? Come in. Door opened.
Ah, you weren't sleeping.
It was Yuri. Nice timing, man. When did he get home? Oh, Yuri, come in.
You were writing in your diary again, right?
Yeah, I write every day, so I get nervous and can't sleep if I don't. But did you just get here?
Yeah.
Yuri was late today as always, but he changed. But his hair looked wet. I don't think it's raining. Did he take a shower? Yuri touched his hair, noticing my gaze. I nagged him, just as he always did to me. Oh, right. Why is your hair wet? You told me to dry my hair properly, and now your hair is all wet.
I had to sweat a little today. I did wash right away, but I didn't have time to dry my hair.
Yuri flipped up his hair. You had to sweat? And you took a shower outside? I came back to my senses at the word shower. Sweating? Taking a shower? Did he go to the gym? Or... oh. Yep, called me out on it.
Oh, is my honey imagining something sneaky right now?
What do you mean? I was just wondering what you were doing.
Why are you overreacting? I'm getting more suspicious.
Yuri slowly approached me. He had that buttery smile he always has. But what?
This.
Yuri held out his hand. Huh? I thought he was about to do something weird again. His hand gently touched my hair.
You wore it.
Oh. Ahem, yes. Thank you for noticing. Yuri smiled at the sparkling hairpin in my hair.
I knew it. This looks good on you.
Before I knew it, Yuri's face was right in front of mine. This is too close. Oh, I opened my mouth, but my voice was trembling. I was a bit surprised at my own voice, but continued as if it's nothing. Thanks for the hairpin. I was surprised. I was a bit embarrassed since I never wore much accessories. My face turned red as I backed away a bit. But why did you suddenly give me this?
It's a gift in return for that cup of tea.
Tea? Oh. I think he's talking about Secret Garden. I never expected this. I didn't think he'd give something in return, even though he said so like a million times. I'm surprised he did that even after we rejected his date. I thought he always just talked about it. Did he always care like this?
I bought it before to give it to you myself, but I never had the chance. Of course, I wanted to take you out on a date, but my darling never gave me a chance.
Yuri sounded a bit upset. Oh, come to think of it, he did ask me out, but I refused. I felt a bit sorry seeing Yuri give something in return like this. While I was thinking, Yuri opened his mouth. He sounded a bit careful.
About what happened in class today.
Yuri said with serious eyes. He's talking about that again. I've already discussed it so much with the other boys. I didn't want to mention it again. I don't really want to talk about that anymore. Gonna save. Gonna save. Save over that. Well, I want him to care about me, so let's just talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. I don't want to bring that up again.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But I am a bit tired. It's more difficult than I expected to withstand all the whispering and glares. But I didn't want to blame Yuri for all of this. I know he didn't want this to happen. Yuri silently looked at me.
Should we go out and get some air? It's too stuffy in here to talk.
Yuri looked around the room and said, What? Go out where?
Somewhere close.
What should I do? Well, I just saved. Okay. Sure. I'll give you a chance. Alright, but where are we going? We can't go far since it's late.
Don't worry. Even I won't kidnap you and elope to somewhere far at this hour.
Yuri winked. Elope?
I do want to elope with my honey, but I won't tonight.
Don't make me regret this. I feel nervous for some reason. I stood still and just stared into his face. Yuri noticed and waved his hands.
I'm just joking. You don't have to glare at me like that. We'll just go to the front yard.
Okay.
Now, let's go.
Yuri grabbed my hand. Yeah, if it's at the front yard, I've got nothing to worry about. It'll be fine. Yuri dragged me out of the house. The night wind was cold. It was pretty late, so the road was quiet. Wow, I see stars. Aw, so pretty, I said while looking at the night sky. It's hard to see stars in the city these days, but the sky was clear tonight and I saw a lot twinkling away. Yuri stood by me as I exclaimed at the stars. He stood there without saying anything for a while, but soon opened his mouth.
Today marks 1 month.
Huh? For what?
It's been a month since I started working in the academy.
Oh.
Can you believe it? It's already been a month.
I know. A lot of things happen in between. Has it only really been a month? Surprisingly, Yuri became a teacher at the academy, bought a limousine, and bought everyone smartphones. It only seems like yesterday, but it's already been a month. Maybe time is flying by so fast because I'm having so much fun with the boys.
Hey, can you look over here?
Huh? Yuri was holding on to an expensive-looking box. Uh-huh. I couldn't tell what was in the box he was holding with both hands. What is that?
Nobody gave this to me. I thought about what you said earlier. About people giving their hearts when they give gifts. About that sincerity you talk of.
Yuri held out the paper box, and he opened the lid. Inside was... heels. Shoes? Ah! Chocolates and shoes, my two favorite things in life. And those shoes are so cute. It's got a little bow. Oh, gosh. Every time I'm like, I don't know about this guy. And then he's like, shoes, chocolates, everything you love. Ugh, my heart. Okay. Compose myself. I can breathe. I can get through this. Sorry. The pretty hills sparkled in the night sky. But why is he showing me these? 'Cause he wants your opinion on whether they would look good with his black suit. What do you think?
And after thinking about it, I thought I should give you something I chose myself. That hairpin, and...
Yuri sat me on a bench nearby. A picture, finally! I've been waiting so long! A picture! And he slowly kneeled in front of me. Yuri? He lowered himself. Now Yuri was looking up towards me. Like a knight waiting to carry out a sacred ritual, Yuri looked at me seriously. And he laid out a shoe in front of me. He lifted one side of my feet.
I knew I got the size right.
Huh? Yuri took off the left shoe I had on. His touch was so soft, I couldn't help but let him handle my foot. Aww. Yuri softly held my foot and gently put on the heel.
My one and only master.
Yuri looked up at me. I've never seen his eyes look so deep. I just sat there completely defenseless. I felt like I was being sucked into his eyes.
I will make an official request.
Yuri even changed how he spoke. Yuri's face was reflected in the moonlight and glistened.
Will you go out on a date with me tomorrow?
Yuri asked me out for the second time. While feeling flustered, I saw the elegant heel on my foot. It was a stylish and elegant design. But more than that, Yuri looked much more wonderful. What should I say? Wow, now that, sir, is how you ask a lady out. Hell yeah, let's go on the date! Yes, I'll go out with you.
I'm so happy I could kiss you, master.
Yuri smiled and looked at me. Wait till we've had our first date. Don't move things too fast. I really felt like a princess right now. Can I really take these? The heels Yuri gave me fit me perfectly. Seeing the label, I thought it must be as pricey as the dolls. In other words, it wasn't something anyone could just buy. But Yuri smiled at my worried face.
Of course. As my honey requested, it has all my heart in it.
His heart? I thought he didn't listen to what I said. He shined in the moonlight. It was late, but thanks to the moonlight I could see his face clearly. He was beautiful, as always. No, he looked more attractive than usual. But I felt as if his eyes were shaking a bit. I knew from his eyes that he wasn't just joking around as he always did. As he said, those shoes really had his heart in it. I've never seen Yuri be so serious. Yuri didn't approach me and just stared. He was like a knight or a prince from a fairy tale. Did Cinderella feel like this when she met her prince? My heart pounded. The cold night wind somehow felt warm. Yuri took out the other pair, and he put it on my other foot.
Here, hold my shoulder so you don't lose your balance.
Okay. Oh! I leaned a bit towards him and tried to stand up. I faltered a bit, not used to the high heels. I hurriedly grabbed onto his shoulder so I won't fall. Yuri smiled to see me stumble.
I guess my honey needs more time to become a proper lady.
I tried to stand up properly with Yuri's help. These were my first pair of heels. I remember that feeling. It was just a new pair of shoes, but I felt completely different. Wow. So high. I feel taller.
Do you like them?
They're a bit uncomfortable, but they aren't bad. I feel like an adult.
Do you like the design?
They're pretty. They are pretty. Really pretty. I looked at the shoes, feeling a bit touched. Yuri grinned to see me like that. Does he have a blush on his cheeks? Aww. Stop. Stop.
You can't feel like an adult with just these. How will you handle all that's left?
All that's left? I thought Yuri was being too serious. Yuri will always be Yuri. But these shoes, aren't they really expensive? How did you get the money? I felt curious about the shoes again. I raised my head. Did he buy it using someone else's money again? If that's the case, I don't really want to take them. Ah! Regardless if his heart is in it.
It's been a month, right?
Huh?
It's been a month since I started work.
Yuri smiled as if asking me if I still don't get it. He bought it with his first paycheck. Oh, so cute. Huh? What is he talking about? Oh, gosh.
I wanted to use my first paycheck to get my honey something she'd like.
Your first paycheck? You mean he bought these with his paycheck? I was surprised. You worked hard for that money.
Yeah, so the gift means something. I thought you wouldn't take my gift if I didn't buy it with my own money. Oh, I bought that hairpin with my money too.
Yuri. I think this is the first time. Yuri moved me for the first time. And I was touched a lot. Using his first paycheck to buy me a gift. I didn't know he thought of me this much.
And?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I doubted my ears. Yuri apologized to me sincerely. I looked at him a bit surprised. I thought he'd never apologize and just say it was all because of his beautiful face. But if I heard right, he's definitely apologizing to me for that limo incident. As I stayed silent, Yuri looked at the front door, and he immediately erased the sincere face he had when he apologized.
Now then, Cinderella, will you let me escort you? I'll take you home.
I relaxed as Yuri exaggerated again. This was more like the Yuri I know. The house is right there. As I grumbled a little bit, Yuri smiled softly. The high heels were still uncomfortable, so I carefully headed home. Better start practicing how to wear these before we go on our date. Yuri escorted me until I took off my shoes in the house. Yuri told me goodnight with his sweet voice. I came back to my room, organized the heels, and put the hairpin on my desk. I looked at those unfamiliar objects. The hairpin Yuri bought and my first pair of heels glistened silently. Before I knew it, I had 2 more meaningful things. Amazing. Even after burying myself in bedsheets, I couldn't stop thinking about Yuri's sincere face. And my pounding heart didn't calm down for a while, too.